Hi, my name is Fabiana da Silva Boyce. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. And today I'm here to talk about balance, right? And especially now that we're going through so much, I think it's important for us to try to find balance or harmony so that we can have happier lives, right? I think first of all, it's so important for us to remember that we have so many different roles, right? In one day, we play, like I'm just thinking about myself, I can be the Fabiana, the mom, the daughter, the friend, the teacher, the wife, and so many other different roles that we play, right? The chef, the cleaner, and I'm gonna stop right there because then this video is gonna be way too real and we don't need to go into that, right? But I think it's important for us to realize that having some balance in our lives is key. And if you don't like the word balance, think about it as an orchestra, right? You wanna find harmony so that all these different roles that you play in one day can be playing the same song in a very harmonious way, in a way that it has rhythm, right? So for example, when I think about you would never go to a concert, or I think you would never pay for a concert that you would go to watch the band or whatever you may think of, or whatever genre you like. And each person of that band, of that orchestra, is playing a different way. One is playing too loud, the other is playing too fast, one is playing too slow. And I think in our lives, it has to be the same way. Somehow, I think we become happier human beings when we are able to ensure that all these different, in my case, Fabianas, are playing these roles, and that one Fabiana is not playing harder or louder or longer than the other Fabianas, right? So I love using this analogy of visualizing myself as this band, and of course I'm playing all the instruments at the same time, and conducting the band as well, right? Because I think it's important to be in control so that we don't blame others for our lives. We gotta take responsibility for our happiness and our unhappiness as well, right? So I think using this analogy of visualizing myself as playing all these instruments at the same time and conducting reminds me that I have to be careful so that I don't have one Fabiana playing the piano way too loud, or it can be the teacher, or it can be the wife, or it can be the mom. It's very important that I have all the Fabianas kind of playing harmoniously when I can, right, when possible, so that the entire band or the song can be played in a beautiful way. So for example, when I think about the Fabiana, the mom, when I'm with Tyler, I am with him. And I think being present is one way that we can find balance, because we are living such a crazy time that we feel that we have to be at all places at all times, right? So I try to be very aware that when I am with him, I am with him. So I try to not only physically but mentally, right? So even if it is only 4 or 5 hours that we spend together, because I do have to work, when he's out of the daycare, we are together. So if we are outside, we're playing soccer or doing whatever he wants, right? In the playgrounds. And when we are inside, we are also together. And I can be doing different things, right? Like cooking and the cleaning and all the other stuff that we have to do while I'm taking care of him. But that doesn't really mean that I'm not present. So I think that one of the things that we can think about when it comes to finding balance is finding a way to be present and be not only physically present but mentally present, right? Another example, when I am with my husband and we are watching silly shows, I try to be present as well and engage, right? I'm not sure if it is too daunting for him or overwhelming, but I do love like I do like to interact, because I think that our time is so precious, right? That our time on earth is so precious that I don't want the TV or the show to take over our relationship. So I want to make sure that, okay, we can use this as a tool, but we gotta actually talk as well, right? The friend, right? Another example. So when when I am the Fabiana, the friend, I want to be able to listen, and to not only listen, but if I have something to offer an advice, and be 100% again present, right? So I do believe that all these examples that I'm giving are just simple examples that all of you guys are already doing. But if you are aware and if you're conscious about your time and being present during the moment and being aware of the distractions, I think it's a great way to find balance. Nowadays, we are living in an era that we are so bombarded with technology that it's hard to be there, not only physically, but I'm saying mentally there, right? So that's number one. Number two, find time to reflect on what is stopping you from having this balance that you so wanted, right? So thinking about that analogy that we were talking about the orchestra, that you are the one conducting and you're the one playing all the instruments, try to be aware if you're not playing only one instrument for a longer period of time, or if this instrument that you're playing is not the loudest one, if it's not too loud, right? So if it comes to work, if you're working, you have 24 hours, right? You have to take some time to sleep. Hopefully you're getting your 8 hours there. If you're working 12, 14, 16 hours, then you're playing that piano way too hard, right? You want to make sure that you have that balance so that the other roles can be played as well. Number three, it's the one that I love, which is enjoy your me time and don't feel guilty about it, right? So my me time is right now, right? Door is locked, I'm in my room, my husband is taking care of my son, and this is how I'm enjoying myself, and I'm not guilty about it, because that's when I find time to take care of myself, take care of my hair, put some makeup on, feel good about myself. So this is also a great way for you to make sure that you are, I would say, brainless. And I think this is a great time. During your me time is when you're gonna have time to reflect on the other roles and see what's working, what needs to be adjusted. And I do think it's a great time, and how we can have this me time. Since my treatment, I've done it in so many different ways. So some ways that I can think about, the way that I started walking, so that played a huge role on how I was able to focus on myself. So I would every Sunday go for a walk by myself, right? Then I started acupuncture, and I guess some of you guys who know me know that I hate needles, but that's something that helped me relax so much, and I loved it. Reiki, something also that I loved, and it was a time that I was brainless, right? It was a time that I was not really thinking about anything else, and then right after I left, I had the clarity to reflect on if I was playing the piano or the guitar or singing the solo way too much, right? So finding periods of time where you can disconnect so that you can have more time to have clarity to think about all your different roles is a great way as well. I guess number 4 is being intense and passionate, right? So when I'm teaching, I'm having fun. When I'm with Tyler, I'm having fun. If I am with a friend, I am having fun. So I guess by being passionate and being intense in all these different roles that you have, if you're still having fun, if you're still enjoying it, if you're still finding joy, that is a great way that you know that you are developing that role, that you're performing that role with love and with balance. Number 5, remember that less sometimes is more, right? So I guess we are constantly asked to do so many different things at the same time, but it's better to do less things with better quality than doing 10,000 million things and feeling exhausted and feeling that you are not playing a successful role because you're doing way too much for one side. So focus on yourself. So these are my pieces of advice for today. Remember that the time to be happy is now. The time that you have is only today. Enjoy today as if there were no tomorrow, because none of us know if we will have tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this message, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and let me know how you're doing to keep up with your life throughout this pandemic. And if you have any other advice on what we can do so that we can have a work-life balance, a marriage-life balance, a mother-life balance, friend-life balance, whatever it is, balance. How are you getting your balance? All right, guys. See you next week. Bye, everyone.